Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here, and welcome back to Aviary Attorney, where we are representing a cat who's accused of killing a frog. Where shall we investigate first? I think the main hall may be where we are, or are we in the foyer? Let's try the main hall, see what happens. Okay, that was where we were, so... Actually, we haven't visited the garden yet. We definitely need to do that. The lounge then. Hello, giraffe? Pacing back and forth?
Second floor. Third door on the right. This must be the room where the photograph was taken.
Psst. Hey, Falcon, did you see that?
See what?
That housemaid totally just did something shifty. Did she? I saw her walking back and forth.
Shifty?
I think she just pocketed something from that drawer. You should totally call her out on it.
Excuse me, mademoiselle.
Yes? Are you two policemen?
No, we're private attorneys. My name's J.J. Falcon.
And I'm Sparrowson. Oh, how rude of me. My name is Colleen Duhat. So, what can I help you, Messieurs, with today?
We're investigating the murder that took place last week. Do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions?
That's fine. Let me just grab a chair. That would be great. If you'd sit down, maybe we could see your face. That's better. What was it you wanted to ask? Let's not do that one right away. Let's see if we can get some information first. Is this where the photograph was taken?
Would you happen to know whether this is the right room?
Oh, yes, you're in the right place. I saw the photographs. I saw the photography session for myself. Let's see. The cameraman was standing... just about where you're standing, actually, Monsieur Falcon.
And where was the camera pointed?
Right at the clock above the mantelpiece. The Baron insisted on using that very location.
Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't quite right about that clock.
There's no hands on it, is there? I know. The painting on it totally clashes with the decor.
I was thinking along more obvious lines, Sparrowson. The clock has no hands.
Oh, that clock never had hands in all the years I've worked here. I think Baron Norgel just keeps it around as a conversation piece.
Really?
We may have to double check on that. You may be lying, Miss Giraffe. Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it's working.
It's a peculiar detail, though. I'll make note of it.
Missing clock hands. Is there something else you wanted to ask? Yes. Are you pilfering?
You were a little nervous when we came in. You thought we were the police officers.
Is there something we ought to know? Anything you need to confess? No, I suppose I'm just a little nervous after all the drama of last week.
Pressure her. Are you sure there isn't anything you're hiding?
It's okay to tell us. We're defense attorneys. That means we help people get away with criminal acts. No, that's not the meaning of defense attorney, Sparrowson.
Right, and... wait, what? No, that's not an accurate job description, Sparrowson.
That's what I just said. It isn't? Oh, what do we do then?
I'll tell you later.
Honestly, Messieurs, I have nothing to hide. Was there something else you wanted to ask?
That's all? No further questions. Thank you, mademoiselle. You've been a huge help.
It's no problem, Messieurs. Actually, there is something. I know you two saw me stealing as you came in, I appreciate that you didn't give me the third degree about it. I mean, we did pressure you. You see, I'm trying to save up to follow my dreams and, well, never mind, I'm rambling.
It's no problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have a much larger crime to worry about. Although, I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else? Silverware, perhaps? Clock hands?
You know about that. Oh, so you're the reason there was no cutlery for the dinner. Yeah, I suppose that was me. It started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But, well, yeah, I suppose the habit got a little away from me. That's one mystery solved, at least. Missing silverware. Is that relevant to the actual murder, though? I would appreciate it if you didn't tell the Baron. He's been really kind and I would hate to break his trust. Well, you've already broken his trust. It's just whether he knows about it or not.
I see.
So, where to next, Big Bird? Don't call me Big Bird, Sparrowson. The garden's the last place.
Dame Catiline said that she found Monsieur Grenouille on the stairs by the fountain. So this must be the very spot where the murder took place.
Hey, Falcon, do the crime scene investigation thing.
The crime scene investigation thing?
Yeah, you know, that thing where you get all eagle-eyed and analyze every object in excruciating detail.
You mean search for evidence?
Yeah, do that.
That's not a bad suggestion. It wouldn't be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their noses.
In investigation mode, you are free to examine the scenery of the room. Click on an item of interest and Falcon will examine it in closer detail. When you have had enough, or when you can find nothing else to examine, click on the X in the top right corner. Select an area to examine. Okay, statue?
Another beautifully made horse statue.
You know, my uncle had a horse that refused to eat hay.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yep, eventually we realized it was just filling up on horse nerves.
Terrible.
Sparrowson is a pun connoisseur, I see. Select an area to examine. Can we maybe push a tab or something to show all areas that are interactable? No? Well, I guess we're pixel hunting then. Another horse statue?
A finely crafted horse statue. The mane looks almost lifelike.
Would you say it behooves you to stroke it?
No, I would not.
More horse statues?
Baron Rogel certainly likes his horse statues.
I don't mind the horse statues, but the little cherub people creep me out. Babies should be waddling, not attempting saddleless horseback riding. So they know about people in this world? Like humanish people? As opposed to, animal people?
This one has a goofy face.
That reminds me of a joke. A horse walks into a bar and the barkeep says,
"Why the long face?" Yes, we've all heard that one.
What? No. The barkeep says, "You've got to stop coming here. You're drinking us under the stable."
I think it's time to rein in the horse jokes, Sparrowson.
I disagree. I like the horse jokes. Ooh, the fountain itself?
This fountain is finely crafted. It's solid, carved marble. That can't have been cheap. I see nothing but water in the bottom of the lower basin.
It's a shame we can't see inside the upper basin from here. That would be a perfect place to quickly stash a murder weapon.
That's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We ought to wade in to take a closer look, just to be sure.
Or you could look from the balcony up here, maybe? Yes, I suppose we should.
Oh, I apologize. I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say was, Sparrowson, Go wade into the fountain and take a closer look in the upper basin.
Me? No way. If you want to go wading, do it yourself.
I'm a respectable lawyer. You can't expect me to roll up my trousers and paddle around a fountain like a duck in a lake.
Yeah, well, you don't pay me enough to justify getting my sweet threads wet. Look, there's only one reasonable way to settle this. We'll flip for it.
Flip for it?
Yep, I'll flip this one front coin. You can call the outcome. Get it wrong, and you go for a swim. So, what'll it be? Heads or tails? Napoleon face or plant squiggles?
Tails. Plant squiggles? It's called a wreath, Sparrowson. Sure, I'll bet on the plant squiggles.
Here I go. It's heads. Should have gone with the old Emperor Falcon.
Yeah, fine. Hold my shoes.
Falcon really should learn how to spot a rigged coin flip.
Oh, you are a dirty dog, Sparrowson.
I almost feel bad for cheating.
Almost.
Ah, you're back. Had a good swim?
No, I'm a bird, not a fish. But I did find a mystery item in the upper basin. It's no murder weapon, though.
What is this? It's brown and sticky, and it smells weird. Don't tell me you picked up a...
Very wet cigar butt? Possibly belonging to Baron Rogal? Correct. But that shouldn't be too surprising. It is his house, after all.
I'll stash it in the evidence folder, just in case.
Very well.
Is there anything else we need to do here?
Maybe? Steps on the left side? Dried blood on the staircase. This must be where Monsieur Grenouille died.
Do you see any bloody footprints? Or maybe a name scrawled in blood, written with the frog's last breath?
Wishful thinking, Sparrowson. All I'm seeing here is a big, sticky puddle. There's nothing to indicate the body was moved or that the frog left a last-minute clue.
The blood's here a week later? They are meticulous about preserving crime scenes in 1800s France, aren't they?
All I can make out from the bloody mess is that Monsieur Grenouille was attacked and killed on the staircase.
Well, I can't find any more areas that are interactable, so I suppose that's it.
I think we're done here.
Good call. But are you sure you don't want to take another dip? We still have time.
Don't push your luck.
I guess... I want to go back up to the lounge now that we found out we can investigate. Can we look at objects up here now?
Oh, it looks like the housemaid has moved to another room.
It doesn't matter. We got all the important information we needed, didn't we?
Oh, I guess so. Did you messieurs have a good look around? I trust everything was in order. We had a good look, thank you, Baron, but we actually have some questions for you.
Please, ask away. I have nothing to hide. What happened on the night of the murder?
Baron Rogal, I would like to ask about your activities on the night of the murder.
Oh, am I in trouble? Not at all?
Oh no, nothing like that. We're just gathering the full picture.
I see. Well, let me think. The guests arrived at 5 o'clock, and we all sat down for dinner in this very hall at 6. That part went magnificently. The photographer arrived at 7 o'clock, but it wasn't until 7:30 that we had our picture taken. My housemaid discovered the crime scene soon after.
I see.
Is there something else I can help you messieurs with? Should we mention the housemaid? Would we be able to get other information from her if we don't turn her in? I'm kind of torn. Let's turn her in. She is stealing him blind.
We met your housemaid, Colleen Duhat.
She's a courageous young lady, isn't she? Yes, she's quite helpful.
She was more than willing to help us with our investigation.
I'm glad to hear it. Did you two want to ask something else? Oh, I guess we didn't turn her in. I thought we'd get an opportunity to go back and say about the thieving, but no. Okay. Well, maybe I screwed up. We'll see.
I think that will be all, Baron. Thank you very much for your time.
It was a pleasure. Have a delightful day, messieurs. Did you get all the information you needed, Falcon?
I hope so.
Don't worry. If everything goes wrong in the trial, we could always just wing it. I love you, Sparrowson.
Terrible. Just terrible.
Oh, I missed some dialogue there. I had my eyes partially closed. Alright, next day. Guess we better go talk to the photographer.
So, this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock?
Well, there's a note on the door. Oh, wait, there's a note on the door. The magnificent and marvelous artist, Monsieur Robito de Robino, is currently out on an artistic expedition. He shall return when his muse sees fit.
When his muse sees fit? What does that even mean?
I think it means that he is a pretentious bird brain, but in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now? We should knock anyway. All right, I don't see the harm.
Nothing?
No, it doesn't look like he's in, Falcon. We should break in? Really? We have that option. No, let's go.
There's nothing else to do. Let's make a move.
I hate the feeling of a wasted trip. Is there really nothing else we can do? You're really pressing me on this. Sure. Screw it. Break in.
It's fairly unbecoming of a lawyer, but I suppose we could try to break in.
What? Are you serious?
Maybe?
Monsieur J.J. Falcon, I would have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless displays of unlawful barbarism.
You're right. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over.
It's a brilliant suggestion. Stand back. I'm barging the door down.
Wait. Just like that? Shouldn't we discuss this first?
Sparrowson is a man of action, in few words.
What in bird Jesus' name was that?
You said you wanted to break in.
I thought we could find an open window. I didn't think you would turn into a bird-sized cannonball. Well, now we're here, we ought to make the most of it. This place is quite something. It's very...
swanky?
I was going to say ostentatious.
That's just swanky talk for Swanky.
We don't have time for this. The sound of a door being smashed in could be drawing unwanted attention.
I just realized that the background music sounds a lot like the Alfred Hitchcock theme. At times. Anyway.
We should find anything that may help our case and get out.
Select an area to examine. Do we have limited time? Will it be pictures? They said they would be being developed. Can we go back in there? That looks like maybe a dark room. Well, let's see what this is. Chemicals of some sort.
I see paints, inks, dyes. I'm not quite sure what the clear liquid in this bottle is.
I could taste it.
You could, but we don't have time for a hospital visit right now, so let's not.
Okay. I'm not sure how big a hurry we're in. Hey, Falcon, look!
What? It's just an easel.
No, look what's on the easel. Oh, this is what we're looking for.
Oh, wow. This must be a copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder.
Why is the maid in the picture? Well, there's certainly no hands on the clock. I guess that is the mademoiselle's father. Monsieur Grenouille is not in it, and neither is the lion, whose name I can't remember. Right, Rigel? Something like that? Okay.
There's no question about it. I see a housemaid, Dame Catiline, and I think that's Signor Pertois, Catiline's father.
So, what shall we do? Do we just take this? We broke in, didn't we? Maybe seeing it's enough. We should take it.
We've come this far. We may as well borrow it.
Excellent. Is there anything else we need to do here? Oh, I guess we can look. Well, we found the picture, so looking at the rest of these till it makes us leave, I guess. We may get to look at everything. Chandelier. A chandelier? You should get one of those for the office.
I don't have the money for that sort of luxury, Sparrowson. I see a finely dressed dandy fellow upon a horse.
Oh.
This appears to be a photograph of a ladder, symbolic of climbing towards success, perhaps.
It looks more like a stepladder to me.
Oh no, we're not getting into that old argument.
What old argument? Stepladders versus other ladders?
A beautiful picture of the Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must have been taken from Notre Dame Cathedral itself.
We can look at every picture?
This is a photograph of a castle somewhere in the countryside.
You know, I once had an uncle who fell off a castle rampart while on guard duty.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did he die?
No, he got demoted.
Terrible. A butterfly, or maybe a moth. It's difficult to tell in black and white. A lighthouse? No, wait. It's a man in a top hat. Actually, if I squint and turn my head sideways...
It's a black smudge, Falcon.
Okay. This is a tiny photograph of what appears to be a jail cell.
That reminds me. How illegal is this? You know, breaking and entering, rifling through a person's belongings?
It's cool. We're lawyers. It's okay. A recently passed amendment allows for proportionate amounts of property damage in the pursuit of criminal evidence.
I don't think that's correct, but your use of legal jargon makes me have faith in your credentials.
It sounds like you're starting to learn the finer points of the French justice system, Sparrowson.
Last picture?
This is a picture of a fence.
It's a fancy photograph. It leaves the viewer defenseless. Out of all the pictures here, I would pick it as my favorite. Okay, I'm done. No more fence puns. Is that it? I think that's it. Oh, no, I didn't look at that one.
A picture of a sailing ship on a windy day.
Okay. Hey, that looks to be everything that's interactable, so I guess we didn't have to be so quick about it. It let us look at everything.
I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw further attention to ourselves.
Sounds good to me. Uh-oh. Oh, mon Dieu, what happened to my door?
Lie. Some kids did it. Little weasel types, we saw them.
Yeah, weasels. They were all like, let's break into this art guy's house. And we were like, no, weasels, you cannot do that because that would be illegal. And then they were like...
We chased them off. That's the important thing.
Well, thank you, I suppose.
Let's make a move. Trial day is approaching fast.
Right, let's go.
A new day.
Where apparently we are going to begin the trial. But said trial will need to wait until next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, let me know in the comments and by leaving a like below. And of course, subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.